Hello everybody, I'm Brian from Orchids by Brian, and today I am at the Maryland Orchid Society Show and Sale in Timonium, Maryland. We're going to check out all of their vendors and the displays that they have here. It's an amazing show, so you're in for a treat. So without further ado, let's go check out the vendors at the Maryland Orchid Society Show. All right, here we are at the Maryland Orchid Society Show and Sale. We're going to start off with my friends at J&L Orchids. They have so many beautiful things that they brought here today. Check out these dendrobiums. Microchip. You can see all these beautiful blooms. Gosh, these are beautiful. Look at these compact dendrobiums. Even a Cuthbertsoni hybrid there. Wow, look at this. That is so different. Wow. That is a beautiful bulbophyllum. Let's see if we can see the name. Hopefully you can see that. That is really cool. You can see more dendrobiums that are in bloom.
I was looking at it to see, did I miss it asking about...
And here's some wonderful Cuthbertsoni. Look at this. Beautiful pink color. Dendrobium Equigenera Rainbow Pink. Beautiful little guy. And this one I was looking at here. It's variegated. Wow. Dendrobium Maniliforme. Wow. Very pretty. You can see all these miniatures. Dendrobium leonis, fragrant, braided leafed dendrobium. Wow, very cool. Over here you can see some more beautiful plants. Look at all their stuff. Very pretty. Here's a Diplocalabium aratriferum. It's a hard one to say. A beautiful plant. I used to have a Diplocalabium. I found it to be pretty challenging to bloom. I'm going to step over here and show some of their oncidium hybrids that they have here as well. They always have a great variety of plants to choose from J&L. Of course, I love them because of their miniature masdevallias, bulbophyllum, another rare, unique species. Here's some Angraecum and Orangus. Angraecum scotianum. You can see that plant. Orangus citrata. Of course, some Neophenidia falcata in bloom here. Or not in bloom, sorry, but available, I should say. And here's some of their mounted orchids up here. Check out this little flower. Very cute. Let's see. This guy is, there we go, Parisia uniflora. And they have some Scanorchis Vanda relatives up here. Ascocentrum Chylocista, which is a ghost orchid variety. You can see there. Really great variety of plants. Here's some Phragmipediums. Wonderful Phragmipedium. Piercii, some hybrids, Wallisii. Really nice. Of course, Phalaenopsis schilleriana and some Masdevallia orchids as well. Now over here are some more Mini Vanda, Neostylus. You can see here, Lucinary bluebird. Easy grower with a strong fragrance. Wonderful plant. And then of course some Halcostylus hybrids. And then Angrecum orchids over here. Orangus and Angrecum is Orangus biloba, which I really like the leaves on the Orangus biloba. My Angrecum Didiri is blooming for me in bud right now. So hopefully it'll be in bloom for March. But if not, you'll have to catch it in April. But really nice flower, of course. Here's some more Paphiopedilum orchids you'll see here. Several different hybrids and even some species. Paphiopedilum barbatum. And then here's Mexipedium xerophyticum, which is a very rare species from Mexico. Very, very, very small white flowers. And you can see this is a difficult one to find. You don't see very often, but wonderful to see in bloom if you do have the opportunity. Of course, down here we have some Dendrochilum wanzellii, other Dendrochilum orchids like Formosanum, which is in spike. Really, really nice. And here's some Tolumnias. You can see these are bright light orchids, many of which come, different varieties come from Dominican Republic. Not sure exactly where these are from or if they are hybrids. I don't really know very much about Tolumnia. All I know that they were once considered to be part of oncidium and then their own. And they've changed, some have changed names again. So it can be difficult to keep them on track, but nonetheless, look at these blooms. Really, really pretty bright light orchids, especially the ones they have here at J&L. All right, now over here, as you continue on throughout J&L's offerings, they are going to get into more of the orchids that get me very, very excited. So here's some Maxillaria sophronitis, which is a very cool orchid when it's in full bloom. Tons of little fluorescent, almost dark red, orange flowers that look similar to Sophronitis coccinea or bicolor with the red and yellow, but here's a different, very unique little flower. Prominea Colemanniana, sunlight. You can see it's in flower right now. Look at that bloom. Very, very pretty. And then up here we have Psychopsis Mendenhall, Cochleanthes, which this Cochleanthes here is in spike, has more blooms on the way, but the flowers look like this and they're very pretty. And then of course, more mountain orchids here, Epidendrum porpax, Sophroniatella violacea, Trichocera comparetiata. Some more unique blooms. Look at that. Really, really pretty. Very pretty flower. Of course, down here they have some mini Cattleya hybrids. You can see that pretty flower. That's this one here. SL Beautiful Sunset. And then, of course, you can see this pretty flower here, too. Wonderful, wonderful plants. We have several different Sophronitis hybrids. And up here you can see Miltonia relatives, hybrids, in spike and in bloom. Really, really unique. And then down here some more minis. Amiziella monticola. Monticola and Minor are very popular. Amiziella orchids, of course, Sophronitis cernua, and the Sophronatella violacea. And here's an Arangus luteal alba, variety rhodosticta, known for these bright white flowers with almost like a red nose. The labellum is bright orange red. Here's a 4N Sophronitis coccinea. Beautiful stuff. And of course here is a RL C. Rhyncholalia aristocrat. Very cool flower. Look at that frilled lip on that green Cattleya bloom. Here we have some encyclias and their hybrids. This is a Encyclia cochleata, or Prostechia cochleata, native to Florida. So you can actually find Prostechia cochleata near the Everglades. And I was looking for that orchid when I went down there to find native orchids to highlight for my video, Orchids in the Wild. So if you haven't watched that, definitely check it out. It's one of my favorites that I've been able to create. And then, of course, here's some Encyclia hybrids that they offer here. Another beautiful Miltoniopsis with these pale yellow flowers. Several buds and blooms. Miltoniopsis Rosellii xanthina. Now here are some of my favorite orchids they sell here at J&L. These are all of their masdevallias. You can see they have Winlandiana, prodigiosa, tovarensis, the white flowers. And this is one that I think I might pick up today. This is Cattleya. Has these tall white flowers with pink, very wonderful masdevallia orchids. Of course, masdevallia tend to grow more on the cooler side. Not typically easy to grow on the windowsill, but if you have a grow tent, they're great. But check out this bloom. That is beautiful. This is the masdevallia xanthina from both Colombia and Ecuador. But check out that flower structure, beautiful. There's several different varieties of masdevallias in bloom. Check out how, look at the furry flowers with all those hairs. How different. That's beautiful. And there's that masdevallia there. Benedii. And then here's masdevallia imposter. Which is a Mazda I've highlighted several times on the channel. And then over here, we have this cute small flower. Look at that. So small. Masdevallia misfit. Funny name. This is a Paviana by Attenuata hybrid. Masdevallia. Very cool bloom. Now up here we have even more miniatures. Chlorophyllus and Porglossums, Platistelli, and then a couple other masdevallias over here. Nothing in bloom that we haven't seen. Here's another masdevallia xanthina in bloom. Look at that flower. How pretty is that? Go back here. Now up here they have more masdevallias. They also have some trichosalphinx, lepanthes, and mounted pleurothallus. Here's a wonderful little lepanthes flower. Can you see that? Hopefully it'll focus. This is lepanthes martinae, or martinae. Very cool. But several unique blooms here. Check out this. Unassuming little flower. This is this guy here. Stelis superbiens. Very, very cool. And now over here, here's a beautiful masdi. Look at that flower. That's beautiful. That's masdevallia marguerite. It's another pleurothallus index. Flowers that come right from the tip of the leaf, base of the leaf. Very cool. You can see this guy here as well. And then they have more jewel orchids, dendrobiums, and of course Dracula, the monkey face orchid. Dracula felix, Dracula salii, nectarina, lotax. Very, very pretty stuff. And that was the blooms at J&L at Maryland Orchid Society show. All right, and here are my friends at Little Brook Orchids, of course, in beautiful Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They have a fantastic nursery that I've highlighted several times on the channel, known for some of their amazing blooms. Look at this. These are beautiful. Dendrobiums and Cattleyas. One thing I do love about Little Brook is at their nursery they have several plants that are like specimen size blooms. You can see the variety here at the show of what they have. Beautiful Paphia petalums. Here are those dendrobiums. Check out these flowers. Really pretty stuff. These plants are huge, like I said. This is Dendrobium spotted pony. Hopefully it'll focus for me. There you go. Look at this. Wow. Really nice stuff. And of course they have some bromeliads, and check out this grammatophyllum Broga Tiger Beverly. That plant is huge. Grammatophyllum, of course, is the largest orchid in the world. And you can see that spike. Looks like asparagus, but amazing. And the roots. Of course, these plants don't like a lot of water, which is why their roots tend to grow upwards. And here, not orchids, but an orchid friend. These are some Cattleyas. Here's some more of their miniature Cattleyas.
Yes, ma'am. Want to do one of those? Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
I'll get you a name tag for that one, too.
These are really pretty. More dendrobium orchids. I love these. These are so pretty. They almost sparkle. So nice. Here's a semi-alba ludemaniana. Cattleya ludemaniana semi-alba. It's not one I often see, which is very cool. And again, here's more of those Cattleyas. Look at that.
No, these are air plants.
These are beautiful. Of course, here are more of those dendrobiums. Dendrobium roy takunaga. Beautiful, beautiful plants. And here's some Paph delinatii, the regular variety. One of very few Paphiopedilums that are actually fragrant. And they have beautiful, beautiful foliage, but check out these flowers.
Correct. Those are
really, really nice.
45, yeah.
Of course, here's some oncidium twinkle. Classic oncidium. And several other Paphiopedilum orchids. If you watch my video of Little Brook, they have amazing plants. I had a friend who actually bought a specimen Phragmipedium from Little Brook, and their prices for them are unreal. Like, absolutely great prices for specimen-sized plants. Of course, Little Brook, the folks, Trey, Deanne, everyone at Little Brook is fantastic. They know their stuff, always willing to help, and they do go to several shows a year, so check them out, especially here at Maryland Orchid Society Show and Sale. If you come by, you will see some wonderful, wonderful plants. Check this out. Really nice. Cute little flower. Ascocentrum. Several buds on the way. That's going to be gorgeous. Very, very pretty. Here's another Vanda neophonetia orchid. Look at that. It's so pretty. They have great stuff. Here's some more dendrobium. And one bloom here, several in bud, and then of course classic Masdevallia orchids, all of which in bud. And you can see that beautiful flower. Wow, check that out. Very nice. And then some of my favorite dendrobiums, the antelope dendrobiums. Very, very pretty stuff. All right, that's my friends here at Little Brook. Right here is Orchid Enterprise. They have a variety of plants available here. Look at these large, huge flowered Phalaenopsis. My gosh. They have some amazing plants, very large plants, Paphiopedilum and Phalaenopsis hybrids. They also have several Cattleyas. Here's some bulldog Paphs, just about opening. They have several in bud. Very, very pretty. And of course, look at this. Look at this fowl. Wow. That is pretty. Branching growth habit of that Phalaenopsis. And of course the flower. Look at that pattern. That is gorgeous. And you can see several other Phalaenopsis blooms. Really, really pretty. Here's more oncidium. These are fragrant. Of course, they have Sherry Baby, which is these guys here with all of those spikes. Fairly easy plant to grow. And of course, has that chocolate fragrance. You can see the variety. Look at these. They have some really nice Phalaenopsis at the show this year. Really, really pretty. Look at this one. I particularly like this flower. Try to zoom in. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And this phal here, I believe, if I remember seeing this at Tida, it also has a fragrance that kind of smells like men's cologne. like a cologne type fragrance. Of course, here's several standard Phalaenopsis blooms over here. Very pretty. Look at this. Wow. Really nice. Here's some epidendrums. You can see the bloom. Look at that. Really, really nice. Epidendrum flower. They have a couple different varieties. Here's another one. Look at that. Really pretty. And of course, gorgeous Cattleya bloom. I think it's on its way out, but gotta love that very delicate pink color. It's a wonderful green Masdevallia Cattleya. Really, really nice. And then look at this. Look at the blooms here on this guy. Wow. Very, very cool. Very pretty flower. Very interesting. Here's some dendrobiums, of course, dropping their leaves and then sending up their buds. If you have these dendrobiums and they're dropping all their leaves, don't get worried. It's a normal part of their process to bloom. Not all do that, but many of them do. Beautiful flowers. Very nice. Here's another dendrobium, almost dabbling on the side of the antelope dendrobium. A little bit thicker in flower size. And look at this. This is pretty here. This, I think, is a phylogeny. Look at that flower. Really, really pretty. I do see the tag. Let's see. It is a phylogeny, but I don't know what the name is. It looks faded out. But here's some of the mini Cattleya hybrids that they have here at the show. These, of course, are from, many of which are from Sunset Valley Orchids. Look at that. These are really pretty. Very nice. More standard Phalaenopsis here. Look at this flower. Wonderful plant. Really, really nice stuff from Orchid Enterprise. If you're looking to pick up some plants from Sunset Valley Orchids, but can't make it all the way out to California and live here in the Northeast, look for Orchid Enterprise. Many growers have blooms from Sunset Valley. But look at these, so pretty. Especially this, look at the delicate pink and yellow flower. Very, very pretty. They have several of those here. As you can see, some of the compact growers. We also have a bulbophyllum Phalaenopsis, as you can see back there. And another gorgeous Cattleya. Look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. And here's more of those. Standard Phalaenopsis. Okay. And that is Orchid Enterprise's booth. And this is Fair Orchids. Look at this flower here. Very, very pretty Cattleya. They have several Cattleyas and other orchids in bloom here. We'll highlight those. Lots not in bloom, but you can see the variety of plants they have and the gorgeous flowers. Very nice stuff. We even have some Chisis. You don't see very often. Really pretty. And look at those blooms. Wow, that is beautiful. It's a calanthe. Beautiful flower. And of course, they have more Cattleyas down here. Cattleya, why not? And here's some more paphs as well. Check out these Paphiopedilum blooms. You can see several different varieties here. Here's a nice white flower. Look at this, the white Delenatii. Very pretty. Of course, here's some more dendrobiums all the way to the ceiling. Very pretty. A nice encyclia. The thick pseudobulbs as well. Here's some multifloral Paphiopedilums. Paph Memoria. Albert Eichhoff, just about opening up. It'll be open probably in the next day. Really, really pretty. They have several different multifloral Paphiopedilums that are in bloom and opening. There's a unique dendrobium flower. Check out the dendrobium flower there. Very pretty. And here's some more bulldog paphs and Paph Delenatii. Marii type Paphiopedilums, fairly easy to grow for beginner Paph growers. Here's a wonderful Sarcochyllus. Not something you see a lot of. They have several Sarcochyllus that are in bud. Look at all these. Really, really nice. And this is a stunning Paphrolfii. Really, really nice. And of course, nice Zygopedilum and Holcoglossum hybrids. Check out that flower. Very pretty. And then over here are some different varieties of oncidiums. Bealara, oncidium, Siku marguerite, all in spike bud or bloom. You can see here's a couple blooms for these oncidiums. And last but not least, in spike, several Miltoniopsis hybrids. And that is fair orchids. The last booth that I'll highlight here is Need More Orchids. They have very cool gifts for orchid lovers. And they also have some orchids for sale. And Bulbophyllum falcatum. You can see seedlings of Achiniae and Renanthera, Phalaenopsis, and several other Bulbophyllum. And look at these Bulbophyllum laciochilum. Nice pots full of plants. And here is Bulbophyllum bendicii. Very, very cool. I like a lot of their stuff. Need More Orchids. They also are known for their Habernarius. This is, of course, an orchid that does go dormant each year, but the flowers can be really, really pretty. And you can see they're just starting to pop up. These are wonderful orchids. And there's all different varieties. And these are grown exclusively indoors, just like our setup. So always excited to see orchids grown indoors. All right, this is You need more orchids. Now this is the Cepos, Southeastern Pennsylvania Orchid Society display. And this is beautiful. Not going to be able to get as close as I would like, but I'm going to try to zoom in and highlight the blooms. Smells amazing over here. Look at these flowers. Wow. Very, very pretty. This is one of my favorites. I'm trying to zoom in here. Cattleya. Comet tails. Wow. Beautiful plant. They have several gorgeous blooms. What a display. You can see all the Phalaenopsis flowers towering over. Really nice. Well done. Let me see. Now here's an overview of what the display looks like. Look at this Lycaste. Don't often highlight Lycastes on my channel. Beautiful plant. Really, really nice. Great display from Cepos. All right, this is the Susquehanna Orchid Society exhibit. Very pretty stuff. Lots of pinks and purples and red. Really nice. Zoom in and highlight some of these. See a nice cymbidium back there. Look at that. Beautiful cymbidium. Wow, very nice. And I see this mini right here. This Oberonia, won Best Miniature in show. Let's see if I can zoom in and highlight that. Look at that. What a wonderful win. Very cool, unique plant. I love it. Here's a Hobbyist display. Wow, several wins from this. Look at this. Wow. Really nice job. Wonderful Phals. Look at this masdevallia here. Really pretty. Gotta love masties. And this one, several awards and artistic certificates from the American Orchid Society. Really nice display. Here's another Hobbyist exhibit. Look at that. How cute. Great job. Here's another Hobbyist exhibit. Very nice. You can see all the ribbons. I'm trying to go through and highlight the blooms. Huge cymbidium back there. Really, really nice. Wow. Look at those flowers on that cymbidium. Very nice Hobbyist displays at Maryland Orchid Society show. Here's another Hobbyist display. Look at this. Really nice. You did a great job. Wow. Look at that Timonium. Look at how many blooms. That is impressive. Wow. Well done to these growers. Now this is a really nice display. Love how they're growing their Vanda falcatas and Neophenidias. Very popular growing techniques in Japan and Asia to grow in these balls of sphagnum moss. I don't know if that's considered kokedama or not. Nonetheless, very cool. Here's another small grower display. Clearly focusing on miniatures. You can see some nice dendrobium microchips, nice dendrochilum glomaceum, and Genorchis, some compact Cattleyas. As you can see, very nice. Great job. And here's a lover of Phalaenopsis. Very nice. Phals. Really pretty. A great display. And here's another adorable Hobbyist display right here. Such a great job designing these. Very simple, full of beautiful plants. And here's the J&L Orchid Society display. You can see several blooms. Wow. That is a nice display of orchids. Look at that, full of flowers. Let's see, orchids, notable orchids to highlight. This is one I really like here. Look at that, really nice. Yellow with a red lip. And then of course, from my lovers of miniatures, like I do, nice masdevallia. Copper angel. Very cool. Great job on this display from the J&L Orchid Society. And then this right here is my Orchid Society's display. National Capital Orchid Society. Wow. You can see some master growers in NCOS. I mean, gosh, look at the size of some of these flowers. Notable ones I wanted to highlight. This dendrochilum, of course, huge dendrochilum. And look at that cymbidium. Wow, that is humongous. Really, really pretty. To the right of that, a massive phragmipedium. That is really, really nice. And then last, but certainly not least, look at that, nobly dendrobium. Holy cow. That is a monster. Hundreds of blooms, that's incredible. Very, very impressive display of orchids from the National Capital Orchid Society. All right, everybody, that's going to conclude my tour of the Maryland Orchid Society show and sale here at the Maryland Fairgrounds at Timonium. You saw so many beautiful plants. I'm right in front of the National Capital Orchid Society show, our National Capital Orchid Society display here at the show. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, Maryland Orchid Society, for putting on a spectacular event. Very excited to be here. So with that, thanks so much for watching. I'm Brian from Orchids by Brian, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.